This is Purnima Devi from SNSCT. Last class we discussed about what is data and what is database management system and what are all the advantages of database management. What are all the advantages of using the database management system in our real world and the applications of database management system. These are all discussed in the last class. Now we see about the data model. The data model is the data model which is used to provide a way to describe the design of a database at physical, logical and view level. The main purpose of the data model is to make sure that the data are stored in the data model which we have to be described. We collect the data from the databases. We collect data from the customers or anything from here to store the data, to store the collected data in the database system. So these collected data are in the the collected data are under the data model which we defined in the DBMS. So the data model is used to manage the standard of the data which has to be stored in the in this database. So there are three types of data models we have been used in this database management system. The first one is record based database model. In this record based data model, the each field is usually a fixed length. For example, we use the record for our lab experiments. So we have the register number and we give them some specific space to fill the register number. In that particular given field only we fill the register number in our record. So for the same procedure is we used in the database model. That is, each field has a fixed length to store the data. So the data are in the hierarchical model. So the hierarchical model is a tree structure. It has only a single parent. The child nodes are based on the child nodes are dependent on the parent node. For example, I have used employee as an parent node. So I given the child node as permanent, contract, intern. These are the types of employees which we are handled in our organization. So the permanent employees under the permanent employee, the manager and software engineer or etc., those who are the stakeholders or in the permanent employees. So I considered employee as a parent node, and under this parent node, permanent, contract employee, intern employees are in a child node. So if I consider permanent as a parent node, so it will be considered as a manager, software engineer or some other stakeholders based on these permanent employees is under the permanent parent node. So these are the overall view of a record based data model. In this record based data model, it have a fixed length and it has a tree structure. The next one is a network model. In this network model, it is a graph structure. It have more than one parent. This is the some difference between record based and the network model. The record based model is a tree structure and the network model is a graph structure. And the record model have only a single parent, but in network data model it has more than one parent. So if I considered store as a parent node, that we consider the child node as customer, manager, salesman and etc. If I consider the child node as a order as a child node, so the parent node it considered to be a customer, manager, salesman. Those all are taken the order in the particular stores. So it is not a matter. So I considered the parent node as a customer, manager and this etc. So the last one is relational data model. These tables to represent the data in a relationship among these data. If we create the table name as student and the another table name is department, another table name is department. We must have the relationship between the student and the department table using some data. So each table has multiple column and each column has to be identified as a unique unit. So thank you.